A demon, I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings, I'ma be fine.
This is Wardlow from AEW, and you're watching The Joe Cronin Show.
A wrestling podcast with attitude.
Don't lie at night, I be in my feelings, I'ma be fine. Need time and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens.
It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. I got a big one down below. Well, that was not exactly what I would call a stellar show tonight, but it was a show. We're going to talk about this. Some things to talk about here. One of the I'm going to play for you in a second here the best thing I heard all night on commentary. Here is the best thing that I heard tonight on commentary, no doubt about it. And it was this. Listen to this.
I know all about that stuff. I know you do. That's why I fed you that there. See that? But anyway, yeah, this is going to be physical. Definitely 4 extreme.
This cracked me up.
Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm. And well, that's how you combat a thunderstorm is with umbrellas, Jim Ross. You know that. Oh, yeah. I'm from Tornado Alley. I know all about that stuff. I know you do. That's why I fed you that there. See that? But anyway, yeah, this is...
Oh, man, that cracked me up, man. But, hey. Yeah, I know. And then, like, it's like JR, like, it's like when you explain the joke. You know what I mean? You know, you have to explain the joke. It's not a joke anymore. You know? That's why I fed you that, JR. Fucking hilarious.
Tony Storm and... Well, that's how you combat a thunderstorm is with umbrellas, Jim Ross. You know that. Oh, yeah. I'm from Tornado Alley. I know all about that stuff. I know you do. That's why I fed you that there. See that? But anyway, yeah, this is going to be physical.
That cracked me up. Hey, we're coming off of the 4th of July and everything, so real quickly, before we get into the AEW review, first of all, please, I don't know, what do I got to do, beg you? What am I, Joey Begs, eh? Is this what I'm going to do here tonight, guys, eh? Am I going to Joey Begs here? Am I going to have to beg you for you guys to stick the thumb up my ass? Huh? Am I going to have to beg you for you guys to stick the thumb and like button up my ass? But, yeah, here's it was 4th of July just a few days ago. And I just want to, since we didn't celebrate a ton here on my channel, we did a little bit, but, you know, let's celebrate by Tommy. Could you tell us what the 4th of July is all about and what it means to you, Tommy? Thank you.
I just want to say happy 4th of July to everybody. This is a day that thank for our freedoms, and why we celebrate the 4th of July is to thank the men and women that fight and that don't make it home, that have died for our freedoms, and, you know, they didn't die in vain.
I think that is Memorial Day, or maybe even Veterans Day and Memorial Day, and certainly we do still celebrate that on the 4th of July. We think about those people, but I think we're celebrating our independence from, well, never mind. But anyway, happy 4th of July. Thank you for explaining to us what 4th of July means to, well, somebody with a high school diploma, unlike me. It's good to hear from I mean, like, I actually thought it was our Independence Day or whatever. But you know what? I have a GED. I wasn't allowed to graduate high school, so I'm glad someone who has graduated high school, Tommy, was able to know that, because only somebody that graduates high school could possibly know that, right? What it means.
Why we celebrate the 4th of July is to thank the men and women that fight and that don't make it home, that have died for our freedoms, and they didn't die in vain.
Right. So yeah. Thank you, and happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Well, I think a lot of people were really happy with Tony Storm and Rosa tagging up there. They look great, man. That was probably one of the best parts of the entire night, was just watching, what are they calling it? Thunderstorm? Absolutely love it. Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm, or whatever the hell. Listen, I want to thank you guys for being here tonight and clicking that like button. I have a feeling less people watch this show tonight than in a while, because honestly, this was kind of a bit of a boorish show. It was all right. It was better than Raw, as always. It's better than WWE in some way, but it is what it is. Anyway, I want to thank the mega producers, SITH, NEGAN, Nikki J, who is of course the Weed God, for being $50 or more patrons. But we also have another one as well. I got to shout out. His name is Mr. Joe Bishop. Let's put him on the board. I got to add him to the official banner. But Joe Bishop, they should be getting shouted out just about every video. I don't know why I keep typing it wrong. Mr. Joe Bishop, put him on the board as well, right next to the name. So we'll get a new graphic in the next couple of days. So you have about a day or two before I create the brand new graphic for this month and going forward. But thank you to the people that went at $50 and above and beyond. And then, of course, the $25 producers of June. Most of you guys are still here for July, and some of you just haven't re-upped again. But so I just wanted to show the June memberships, but it will get adjusted this week. I'm going to go to Discord in a minute, so if you want to hop on Discord, feel free to do that, and we'll get rolling. Ric Flair, tell us all about it.
There's 9,000 people that are going to stand up and say, fuck Ric Flair.
I appreciate that. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to have to get the I'm going to have to put a poll up tonight and see what you guys thought of this show. So I'm going to put that up in a second. Here's the donation link. If anybody wants to drop a dono and say some things to me, I would love to react to it, or use a super chat if you guys would like to. And tonight, we'll go ahead and we'll crown a top dog, or JCS digital champ. But there it is.
Wings!
Guys, but tonight let's just have some wings. Let's just have some wings. Let's just have wings.
Let's just have
Wings!
Let's just have wings. Let's just have some wings. Who wants to have wings? Thank you. Shout out to SITH NEGAN, baby. SITH NEGAN coming up with the clips here. Thank you to SITH NEGAN for let's just have wings.
Let's just have
Wings!
Let's just have wings. Shout out to SITH NEGAN, man. What a hilarious clip. Well, let's just have wings. And for finding that clip earlier, man, that Alan Stober was looking for, and SITH NEGAN sniffed it out like a damn detective, like a freaking private dick. Here's the dono. And it says, oh no, it's Alex Oli becoming a member. Alex Oli, thank you so much, man, for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Again, man, Alex Oli always beasting it up there. Appreciate it, Alex. And we're going to go into the AEW. AEW tonight started out promising. Rochester, New York. Who I got to say tonight, man, Rochester, New York at times kind of fell flat. I don't know what they were doing. They were on sleepy pills out there in Rochester. Wake up, Rochester! But there were times tonight, man, where I wanted to shake those people. Like, seriously. Like, shake the shit out of them. Like, I don't know what they were doing.
shit bum.
Shit bum.
This show was boring as hell. 4 out of 10.
Whoa! That is a low score from Drew Bar. You don't see that often, so you know it's got to be bad. You know what I mean? For him to go that low, he doesn't usually do that. Drew Bar 100, thank you for becoming a $5 shit bum, man. 4 out of 5 from him. 4 out of 10, rather. Holy shit. I'm kind of there with you. I got to think about it a little bit more, but I mean, we're in 5 out of 10 cat territory for me. And yeah, possibly, yeah, this is a rough show tonight. I could see a lot of people giving this show tonight a 6 or a 5. And if some people fall into a 4, I can kind of see that too, maybe. This is a rough one, man. It really was. It was not their best. But, you know, the main event seemed all right-ish. But, you know, again, Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa was nice to look at. But, I mean, it was really just a match of, hey, we're coming out. We're a power couple and, I mean, a power team. And, you know, we're coming out here to kick some ass and show you that we're a team. That's all it was like a display match. Like, look, we're really a team. Look what we can do. Okay, that's it. You know, that's really all it was, which is fine. You got to do that. So, but nothing, you know, crazy to write home about. But once again, my favorite clip of the night. Play it again, Taz.
Rosa and Toni Storm, and well, that's how you combat a thunderstorm is with umbrellas, Jim Ross. You know that. Oh yeah, I'm from Tornado Alley. I know all about that stuff. I know you do. That's why I fed you that there. See that? But anyway, yeah, this is going to be physical.
Yeah, that's why I fed you that. Anyway, Tommy NC, tell us what 4th of July is.
Why we celebrate the 4th of July is to thank the men and women that fight and that don't make it home, that have died for our freedoms, and, you know, they didn't die in vain.
Thank you. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Thank you so much, Drew Bar, for the $5. Thanks to Alex Oley, who became a member 11 months in a row as a member, and I can finally read to you what Alex Oley said, because it didn't read it on the thing. I don't know why it doesn't ever do that on those. Dynamite meh tonight. Wardlow should have main evented. You're probably right. Shout out to Wardlow. Our friend, by the way. Friend of the show, Wardlow. We love you, Wardlow. And now Wardlow is the TNT champion.
This is Wardlow from AEW, and you're watching The Joe Cronin Show.
Everything I touch turns to gold, and that includes Wardlow, who watched monetize this. That includes Drew McIntyre, who watched monetize this, friend of the show. When you're a friend of the show, you become champion. And what do I mean by that? Let's think about for a second, who are the top friends of Joe Cronin Show? Who are the people that we know have listened, like me, and I have their, say, cell phone numbers, or we're friends on Twitter, and they've been on my show, all those sort of things. People that love my show just as much as you guys do. Well, maybe not. All right, maybe they don't love my show just as much as you guys do, but friends of ours. Wrestlers who actually like what we do, and they appreciate it, and they follow us. Let's just take a look at it. Cody Rhodes, TNT champion, right? Drew McIntyre, WWE champion. Drew McIntyre. Wardlow, TNT champion. Thunder Rosa, AEW Women's World Champion. Make no mistake about it. When you fuck with Joe, you become a champion. Okay? So let's just spread the word. Everybody, you guys want to come on my show, follow me on Twitter, because you'll become champion. I won't be there in the company with you to celebrate with you for whatever reason, but we seemingly rub off. Right? I'm not saying that I got anything to do with it, but there's some kind of sexy coming from this show. Let me tell you that right now. Let me tell you that. And you know what, Ric Flair? If you want to win your last match, woo! Woo wings! And you got to come over here to the JCS channel, man. You got to get ready to beat whoever that young buck is in the ring and beat their ass. Ric Flair, I want you to be part of this shit. Just blew our heads out, by the way. I'm sorry. This microphone is not made for screaming.
Wings!
All right, let's go to the donations. I'm sorry. I get a little bit. I get excited sometimes when I see people that like what we do, that you know what I mean, reference the show because they've seen it, or that will do interviews with us and those type of things, and follow me on Twitter, and like what we do and say nice things, you know. And then I see them winning a championship. It's like, you know what? I'm excited.
Shit bum.
I'm excited.
Christian, best thing on the show, second Wardlow 4 tenths.
I think I agree, man. I think Christian's promo, again, was great. I mean, you know, low-hanging fruit, right, going after, or maybe like, you know, going after Jeff Hardy there. Going after Jeff Hardy, saying, you know, your drunken brother, you know, all that stuff. Alex Oli, thank you for the $2. Yeah, Christian's promos have been great. It's almost like he's like, I'll just be MJF. Or be as close as possible.
What if the turkeys ate
Oh my God.
What if they fillet?
Remix. Remix.
Turkeys ate us. What if they fillet?
It's the Soundwave 92.
Turkeys ate
The Soundwave 92 is here.
had to eat
And he's dropping turkeys.
the turkeys ate us. Instead of they fillet us. What if the turkeys ate us? Instead of mashed potatoes. Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, those turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart. And first they'd eat our nuts. And then they might eat our butts. Yeah, the turkeys ate us. What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they filleted us? Instead the turkeys ate us.
The Soundwave 92.
Thanksgiving's getting kinda fucking crazy. Because people's blood might be the gravy. The turkeys might gobble on our giblets. Instead they might gobble on our testicles. What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us?
Soundwave 92. He dropped it, baby. Let's hear what Soundwave 92 has to say. Real quick here. Let's see. What's he got? What do you got, Soundwave? You got the big one, brother.
610 best moments of the night was Christian Call. Donation from Soundwave 92. Mediocre show that was only elevated by the hot Rochester crowd. 610 best moments of the night was Christian calling out Matt Hardy. And I hope he comes back broken.
Yeah.
I will be attending the ROH show in Lowell just to see FTR versus the Briscoes.
Yeah, that is going to be a fun match. I got to say, you know, that's going to be a fun match to see. You know, I like Lowell. I like going to Lowell, Massachusetts for little events like NXT and WWE over the years. So, you know, we might have to travel out to Lowell for that one. Ring of Honor, Lowell, Massachusetts. I might have to go out for that one. I just hope I don't park where I parked last time if I go. Let me see how far Lowell is from me now. Because, see, now that I moved in the last 3 years, I never know where anything is anymore, you know, compared to where oh, yeah, it's kind of a worse drive now for me. Holy shit, is it worse. It's 47 minutes to Lowell. Wow. It used to be about 35 minutes or so. 38 minutes. I mean, I guess that's not much difference. I mean, but yeah, it's a little bit rougher. But yeah, that might be something. It might be something to do, man. That's going to be a big thing, a big night, and potentially I'll think about it. But I'm a little, you know, going to Ring of Honor makes me feel bad inside because I think about how they said they didn't like me. You know, They didn't like old Joe Cronin on commentary. But then again, who does, right? So going out there to see it and then seeing all the people I know and they're all hired or they're all working there and other people are doing the commentary, I get a little upset. And I don't want to have to hit the ring, and do something that I'll regret. So therefore, I may have to just stay home. Suck it up. Lick my wounds. But yeah, it's going to be epic, dude. Maybe I'll have to go to that. That might be really fun. FTR. Oh, my God. And the Briscoes. It's going to be fun. Let's be honest. Man, that is going to be fun shit, bro. Damn. Asher, your power went out? That sucks, bro. Rostafa's in the Discord, so I'm going to jump over there and we'll go from the beginning to end of this show. Talk about AEW Dynamite. But I will say that one of the highlights was just seeing these two together. Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm together looked amazing. Nothing crazy happened tonight in their situation, but it was just kind of cool. It's almost like one of those things where it's like, well, now they don't really have to worry about Thunder Rosa defending a title too much because they can focus on this tag team thing that's, unfortunately, though, that eclipses the belt a little bit. It's kind of like, well, you'd like the belt to be on somebody else if you're going to put this kind of this tag team together with a great, clever name. Two women that people, really like and everything. But, kind of a weird situation. I don't know how I feel about 100%. But Rostafa, how you doing, man?
Can actually get a signal for once and hear you.
Wow. I mean, you sound good.
Well, the reason being is because, all right, so check this. I have a loophole signal, if you will. Like, when I'm like on the other side of the block where I live.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is that when you go to that side of the block, normally you get a better reception. But the thing is, though, is that it could still cross over your way, but you're not going to get like the full signal. So it's like one of those, because again, I live on like on the edge of a town. So in other words, when you're like on the border, right, you literally have to deal with the fact that there's like, okay, maybe there's a tree in the way, or maybe this and that. You have to keep on adjusting, and it's just a pain in the ass. But I'm here, and
you sound good.
Yeah, dude. Thank you, brother. Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa, as they're called, Thunderstorm. There was already some oohs and ahs going into this thing, and I'm not surprised. This is actually a really good idea. You brought up the idea of the women's championships sort of kind of being like, not necessarily in the way, but sort of kind of like,
forgotten about,
hidden. Well, that's the thing though. Remember, you have two baby faces.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get the reason why they're together and everything. It's kind of like, ooh, title takes a little bit of a back seat, but then again, the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan tagged for a while. Same thing.
Macho Man and Hogan.
So yeah, it's not that bad. That's a little nitpicky on my part, but I get why they're together. And it was, even though they didn't do anything crazy in the match or anything, it was fun to see them come out together and win a match. I don't know why, but yeah, it was.
Well, you know what this means too. I mean, the potential
lesbians.
of Toni Storm.
No, I'm sorry.
Get your head out of the gut and eat that bread and butter, brother. At any rate, no, I'm playing, man. No, dude, I mean, I can literally see Toni Storm now. The fact that you're under Thunder Rosa's, sort of kind of wing in a way, because again, she does have seniority in a way.
Well, wait a minute.
There can also be a chance
wait a minute. Thunder Rosa. Wait a minute. How isn't Toni Storm been wrestling longer than Thunder Rosa?
Is that true? If somebody can correct me on that, please do.
Well,
I thought Thunder Rosa was in longer.
I think so. I mean, this is Thunder Rosa's been in this company longer and all that sort of thing. But I think Toni Storm's been wrestling for I want to say a lot longer. But maybe I'm completely wrong, or they're really close.
Either way, all due respect to Toni Storm, at least in AEW, Thunder Rosa does have a little bit of seniority, only because again she's been there longer. She runs her own promotion. She's an MMA fighter. I mean, she has a lot under her belt. Not to say take anything from Toni Storm, but this gives an opportunity for Toni Storm now if she wanted to, or I mean, based upon booking,
She debuted
that
in
she could also
2009.
go after the TBS title.
Yeah.
I have the answer to that question. Thunder Rosa Toni Storm has been wrestling longer. She debuted at the age of 13 in 2009. And Thunder
Holy
Rosa has
God,
been
she was
wrestling
13 at that time?
Yeah, and Thunder Rosa debuted in 2014. So Toni Storm has 5 years of seniority over Thunder Rosa.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, again, I'm just saying mostly from
Yeah.
the point of
She's
okay,
but Thunder Rosa is the leader of AEW's women's division. She's been here for longer. She's the champion, so under her wing does fit. But
also did other things before pro wrestling, and I mean,
Right.
again, I always give Thunder the nudge a little bit more in this sense, but with Toni though, again, the fact that she came in brand spanking new, and unfortunately, you have a lot of other girls that came in brand spanking new, but they're not really being positioned in that spot. But I think that again, Toni Storm, like just imagine this: Toni Storm defeats Jade to become the TBS champion, which again would mean a lot because again now we're in a whole new. Again, they're just trying to get over the TBS title, but then we have all these other titles that are coming in, which is, in my opinion, devaluing, the TBS title to a degree because that also meant that again, just like the men, you can go after that, and then that would be the next step going towards the world title.
Yeah, I don't. You mean the TV? So you have a problem with the? I don't have a problem with that. I just think there are too many titles, though.
No.
Right.
I'm just, that's what I'm saying. There's too many titles. It's just a matter that I feel that because there's too many titles, it's devaluing the TBS title to a degree.
Oh yeah. I mean, I mean a little bit. I think you're right, but I also I don't have a problem with it. I feel like Jade is a different champion than Thunder Rosa is, and they have a different thing going on. But it's fine. But it definitely feels like now the TBS title is the one is the lower title. It's the mid card title if you want.
And also, it really hasn't been defended on Dynamite that much, as far as to my knowledge.
Well, because it's supposed to be the Rampage belt, right? I mean, or no?
Well, no. The TNT title, you would assume, would be defended on Rampage, and
Right.
the TBS title will more or less be on Dynamite.
Yeah, it's confusing.
I assume.
There's too many belts. See, there's too many belts because I don't even remember anymore now.
Well, I mean, that would be logical in my mindset. I mean, again, it gives the women a little bit more time. Plus, there's also another belt for the women to get. And thank God it's not necessarily a tag belt, at least not at this point. I mean, I was comfortable with 5 belts. Yes. I think 5 belts should be the maximum of any company. Really, it should be 3 or 4, but I give it 5 just because I grew up with 6 titles during the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
so
because if WWE made it work like they did then, Intercontinental belt, tag team belts, world title, and then maybe a European title or hardcore belt or something. Fine.
No, I was going to say, like the women's title you have the world title, the tag belts, the Intercontinental title. And if you want to do a gimmick belt for the sake of it, like for example, the European title I thought was good in concept, but then eventually after Shawn took the belt, it had like no direction whatsoever.
Yeah, they kind of like pissed on it, and it was kind of cool, but then after that it was done. I just think there are too many. There's going to be too many belts, and they won't mean enough. It's like WWE. It's like it's not even just that there's too many belts in WWE. It's that they're undervalued and underutilized anyway. So that's even a bigger problem. So the United States title is kind of taking that isn't even used properly. But where's the Intercontinental belt? So
the U.S. title at this point overshadows the Intercontinental belt. The Intercontinental belt is literally a prop that you drag around in your bag.
They should just call it the United States Intercontinental Championship. Just
too much of a syllable to say.
What they did with the European belt and the Intercontinental belt when they did the Eurocontinental type thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Kurt Angle when he won both belts, right?
Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, this is a mess. There's too many belts. This new one, whatever that Atlantic thing or whatever, it's just like there's too many things going on. But I don't mind the 2 women's belts, but I think I would have preferred if they'd had 1 women's title and a tag team women's championship. Like that's it.
That would be cool in concept, yeah.
Yeah, have 1 of each. There you go.
Gives the women more opportunity, more TV time, also to work around, having more women featured and better paced matches, especially, again, since Dynamite's the only show that's like 2 hours. And then, of course, you got, Rampage, which is an hour, and then the YouTube shows, which I believe are an hour. So
it also helps Tony with his whole problem where he has an issue saying no to people or not utilizing everybody or whatever. So now he can stick a whole bunch of women together as a tag team if he's not using them at the time, just to fill some gaps and stuff. So I don't know. That would have been better, but whatever.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that, thank God that Tony, I mean, that he had the deep roster as he did, because we always harp on the fact that, you have too big of a roster and they're not being used. But again, of course, when people get injured, then everybody starts to be featured. And I'm going to tell this to a lot of people in the chat room. I'm probably going to get heat for this. But the thing is that if you're expecting every Dynamite to be like a 7 or an 8 or a 9, or just like any other show, don't dwell on that. Because the thing is, there are going to be shows that are going to be filler shows. And those filler shows are more or less just to progress maybe 1 or 2 storylines at most. Maybe a few inches farther than what it's supposed to be. But again, it's still part of the whole process. And also, you're also adjusting because remember, we have another injury. Santana was reported by Tony Khan earlier today on Busted Open that he, in fact, has a knee injury, as we all kind of expected.
Right.
And now but what Tony didn't
really get into it though, because remember, like we were trying to guess whether it was MCL or ACL, but he didn't mention that.
No, there was no mention exactly what it was, but I do know this, that last week I believe he tweeted it was like 126 days. Tony did not acknowledge whether or not Santana was going to leave or not. It almost as if, and the same thing with the MJF situation, which by the way,
Santana leave the company.
Yeah, so apparently him and Ortiz are not getting along behind the scenes, allegedly. We don't know for sure, but allegedly he wants to be back on the independents. He just wants to do a solo thing, and he's kind of frustrated in AEW.
Wow.
That's interesting.
So these guys are not getting paid what anyone thought. See, like, remember when everybody's like,
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, back when AEW first started, like that first year, dude, they were having killer matches.
Oh yeah, they had the best one of the best street fights we've ever seen,
dude. And plus, also, and this is my opinion. When I first saw them in AEW, this is even before the Inner Circle really became the thing. I was like, they remind me of the Dudley Boys of how they sold. Like, they sell amazingly well together, but they just, for whatever reason, couldn't get the straps. And again, I want them to be champions. They needed to be champions, literally even during the inception of the Inner Circle, I felt. But again, that wasn't to be. And I feel that they definitely need, if Santana is to stay, which I hope he does. You know what I mean? I hope they can get all that worked out because I think they'd be great champions. But right now, who's at the top of the food chain? FTR.
Yeah, and I feel like, to be honest, I'll tell you this. I think Santana and Ortiz were skipped over once or twice or maybe 3 times. And now and now FTR is finally on their run. So, yeah, you're not going to get anything now. And I feel like they probably realized this, that hey, we were the hottest we were and they didn't give us those shots.
Which, by the way, if you remember that promo that they did with Jericho about this and so date, like, where were you? Like, blah, blah, blah. When we were trying to get the titles and then, like, we got screwed or whatever. And then Jericho swings that right back. Well, remember this date and so, you guys lost. So what does that make you? What does that make me?
Right.
You didn't win. So they brought a legitimate work shoot to it. So I thought that was interesting. But again, no, even when you think something is a work shoot, you don't know if details are exaggerated or if they are exaggerated, how exaggerated. Plus the whole thing with the MJF situation, which I kind of alluded to before. I posted this up, which we all kind of know, the whole thing with MJF where CM Punk is out and assumingly so that he was basically injured, that they're waiting for him to return, basically to fit him into the storyline, because allegedly that's going to be the program in which MJF is going to feud with Punk. Now, I said it earlier on in the year, even before the year started, that MJF most likely is going to be the AEW World Heavyweight Champion by this year, because he's already 3-time Diamond Ring.
I got to tell you, man, I'm dead serious about this. I would put the AEW World title on MJF. and I'd have him keep the belt for over a year, and it would be
no, 2 years.
Yeah,
give it to him for 2 years.
It'd be crazy
because 2024, because he always mentions it. If he still has the belt and he's under even right before his contract is up and he still has the belt, you know what I mean? Again, does he have the right to say, yeah, I'm going to go somewhere else and I'll drop the belt to whomever you want? Yes, he does. But again, if you pay him more money, you know, he might stick around. But the thing is, he is the best heel that the company's got.
Oh yeah.
And that goes over every veteran. That goes over every internet darling. Like, this guy in long-term form, if you're talking, because we always talked about the pillars and stuff, this guy legitimately, for years to come, would be an asset to that company. Even if he never went to WWE, this guy is legitimately the best heel in North America. And I probably would even say that, with all due respect to Roman Reigns, it's a totally different type of heel. Roman is the old school heel where he's got a faction, he's got a manager / advocate, whatever you want to call him, and that's that type of stable like heat. MJF is a one-man heat machine. Even when he was with, even with the group that he's in, the Pinnacle, which, by the way, is not even a group anymore. It's just a splintered, mess. At this point, if he just went out there and just had a microphone in his hand and didn't wrestle that night, you get more out of that segment than any other segment on the show, especially when at that portion of the show, the ratings go up. So he's getting a reaction. Again, Joe, like, do you think that MJF is going to be returning before All Out or after All Out, even after when Punk comes back?
I got to be honest, I'm surprised he's still out now. I would have never left him. I mean,
really?
Yeah, I don't know. I know that, like, it's good to do something crazy like this, and that's, like, part of the story. It's pretty cool. But and this is going to pay off. I'm sure it is going to. I'm sure that I just literally don't even have the patience. You know what it is I'm selfish.
You're a fan.
No, yeah, it's like too. I want to see him on TV every week. I don't even want to wait. I get it. Not having MJF every week,
it shows.
Something's been missing. The only thing that's filling it a little bit is these Christian promos a little bit. Like, he's kind of like, it's almost like they know that. So they put Christian out there to do this to, like, take its spot a little bit, but it's not. It's like you're getting the B version. It's weird.
Well, no, I don't even consider it a B version. I just think it's just a different thing.
Different. It's the best work I've ever seen Christian do. I love it. I love what Christian
as a heel.
Maybe in WWE did some stuff I don't remember, in TNT rather, or TNA, whatever. But TNT kablooey. But at least in a while, and I have not liked a lot of things Christian's done. This is some of my favorite stuff I've ever seen him do. So, but hey Asher, real quick, that video was great. He edited the other day.
Oh, dude, good props.
Sorry for jumping in so late today, by the way.
That was awesome.
Heatwave knocked our power out for a minute, and the internet was out for 20 minutes. But I might have to hop out within like the next 10, 15.
No, it's all good, man. You go where you gotta go, and I've always said this for years. I don't know why people always, you leave, you gotta go. It's all good.
But I'm trying to be
you gotta go. You gotta go
tonight.
Yeah, no, it's good to have you for a few minutes. What do you think, AEW?
I thought it was pretty decent. I mean, I didn't really see much of the main event because the power thing happened, but definitely I think the best moment of the night was Wardlow finally winning a championship. He deserves it.
Yeah.
So maybe
that was awesome, man.
Back to the TNT title.
Do you think it would have been better if they waited till the end to let that, because it would have stewed or whatever?
Oh, dude, that would have been great if they made that the main event.
Dude, they should have.
I saw the confetti and I was like, they don't usually start off the show with confetti. That's usually a main event.
But you know what? I would have criticized it. I would have said, why wasn't the world title on last? I don't get it. So I might have criticized it.
Yeah. I think they should have waited to put the world title on, like, maybe Rampage.
Why was he defending the interim world title, like, tonight? That was weird.
There's a reason. The reason behind that is because, Moxley is, again, you need that title in some sense in the mix. Even if it was non-title, you still need that. Like, around. I mean, again, I was even surprised that Brody King was the challenger. And here's what I thought, even during that segment.
JR called him Brody Lee 3 times or 2 times.
I know, dude.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I'm looking at this match going, if I'm a casual fan and I'm looking at this, I'm going, I know who Jon Moxley is. who is this guy? Now, we all know he had the Ring of Honor deal. Like, he was elsewhere and he made a name for himself. But if I'm a casual fan, I'm like, why should I care about this guy who's apparently a heel and I should be booing him when Moxley overshadows him by a mile? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense to me. I mean, again, in theory, it's a great match.
Yeah,
but
it was pretty good, the match.
It was pretty good, but it just did not.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking more so from a casual point of view.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
But going back to the to this idea of Wardlow, now he's the champion. Well, Joe, he was once on this program before. What are the odds that you can get an interview with him doing a live stream at some point?
Possibly, although AEW now has a policy where you have to go through all this bullshit.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's weird. Like when I first when I had Cody on, everything was fine. They all hit me up immediately. Part of that was Cody was like, "Oh yeah, I know who that is," sort of thing. But other people, no problem. But once I started getting into Joey Janela, like I started asking for Joey Janela, they were like, "Oh, you got to go through this approval."
You should ask for Wardlow, dude. And by the way, having a current champion on the show would definitely, again, draw numbers. And I would send in a question.
I'll just message him. I'll just message Wardlow. Yeah, I'll just message him. He'll tell me what's going on.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Because we've loved him since the beginning, and obviously it's really cool.
To me, he's one of the best ones going to AEW.
And by the way, he was just doing an interview not too long ago about him working out and coming up with different ways to really train his body and his mind right. Bro, this guy, the way he just intakes calories is freaking insane.
Really? What does he say? What does he say?
Dogs just to freaking get the amount of.
He's built.
What's he say he does? He eats horse cock.
That's what you said. I didn't.
No. I'm just saying that's probably it's. I heard it's like a great sustenance. Oh shit, don't know or no? Who's this? What's up? Joe Blue has subscribed to the channel. What's up, Joe Blue? Better than Joe Green.
Joe Blue.
Joe Green sucks. I can't wait for Joe Pink and Yusuf Blue.
Duncachino?
Oh.
Don't mind if I do.
What's his name, Joe?
What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
I doubt MJF will come back.
Wow. The ghost from the coast. He ain't coming back.
That'd be a big mistake by
Hey, yo. I'm going to go ahead and head out.
All right, Asher. Thank you, man. Great video.
Brother.
Love y'all, guys. I'll see y'all hopefully. Is that a Nowhere tomorrow?
Yes, we should be doing that.
I will for sure be here tomorrow.
All right, cool, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys.
Yeah, so the idea of MJF never returning. I mean, again, it's possible, but here's what I would ask the chat. Even if he were not to come back, let's just say in a perfect world he did go to WWE. Do you think he's going to really have that much creative control over his character?
No.
Come on now.
But
let's be legit.
He'll have creative control over the money in his bank.
Yeah.
True that, but more importantly, though, he's going to be in the same spot that EC3 was. The same spot. Yeah, he'll make
more.
He'll do a great job in NXT for a little while. They'll boost him up to the main roster. But then here's also the other thing too. Actually, let's just say in a perfect world he did do that. In theory, he's still a heel.
Is that the perfect world though? Is that really the? Hey, Vinny. What's up, man? Thanks for subbing to the channel. What's up, Vinny?
In a casual fan's mindset, yes.
All right.
I'm sorry. You can. Yeah, my bad.
Because they would have great interaction, both him and Theory. But again, that MJF is made for big time matches, and also that WWE style. They're going to have him say, "No, do this, do this, do this," and probably adjust his style. Now he doesn't have to do a whole lot, but again, he does it very old school. And that's how it should be in a way, in the way of his pedigree, who he is. It should definitely be that. But the WWE style may tell him, I'm going to have to do this or I'm going to have to do that. And again, I think people like Triple H would get him. But the other issue is that, again, when you're dealing with Vince McMahon in those segments, again, this is another reason why a lot of guys are not larger in life, because they have to deal with these segments and they're not crossing over to other genres of entertainment.
Yeah.
It'd be one way for MJF, be having money, but he won't do half the stuff he's doing in AEW.
And granted, making money is important, but if you're not putting in legacy, that's also the other artistic venture that all of us, want to achieve and do. And again, if you're just going in, I mean, again, granted, Santino Marella, people like that made huge money, was able to open up their own gyms and do whatever they wanted to do. But again, there's also other people who are a little bit more ambitious that actually want to leave some stone in the pavement and say, hey, I walked this road.
I don't know, that's a tough decision probably for MJF.
If you it had to be a lot of money. I'm assuming, because he's going to look for the over $1 million contract at AEW.
Especially after becoming the champion. Yeah, definitely like 1.5 million, probably at the most, maybe 2, depending on, because I honestly got to feel he's worth at least $2 to $3 million if he were the champion. Because
he could be the top fucking heel in AEW. The top heel.
He's the top. I'd probably say this. He's probably the top heel in North America.
No,
period.
he's the top heel in all of wrestling right now. I mean, I agree.
I'll go up against Mexico. I'll go up against any independent promotion in Canada. He is the heel right now.
I haven't seen a person like this in wrestling in a long time. Yeah.
Right.
And you want to know? And you want to know what's even better is that he doesn't do much, and yet he does so much with the little that he does. The less is more thing. And with Roman, it's a different type of less is more because, like I said, he's in that faction type of, storyline, right? And he's just going through everybody. There's nobody left, blah, blah, blah. But with MJF, he's only had, God only knows, just a handful of matches on TV or on pay-per-view. And he makes more out of it, all due respect to Roman, than Roman does.
Yeah, Roman's very safe right now. It's pretty good, but it's sort of just... It's like if Hulk Hogan kept coming out with the NWO the same way with the same 5 guys every week for 2 years. It's sort of at that point where it's it's stale-ish, but it's still good. It's still the best thing kind of you got. But what's at 2 a.m.? I don't understand. What does that mean?
All for that main event with Rock probably next year, which, by the way, WrestleMania is in Hollywood. So I'm guaranteeing... Which, by the way, if that does happen, I'm getting the ticket. I will literally, I will hitch a ride to LA just to go see that match. But the other aspect of this is let's say MJF is the champion by, let's say, the end of the year going into next year. Now, you got to understand, the booking of that is who are going to be viable baby faces that are going to seem legit other than, let's say, Moxley or Punk or Daniel Bryan and Claudio, as at least those are the 4 top names that come to my head. That most of them, actually, they're all WWE guys, which would give MJF a reason to say, "This is my company. You guys are inferior because you come from Stamford, Connecticut, and I can just bury you on the mic. I can bury you in the ring," and that will just be the intergoing storyline. Which, in my opinion, would be smart booking. Just take out every top WWE star. And then eventually be okay, there's nobody left. Who else from WWE that I gotta put down, or there's no legitimate main event talent in AEW because guess what? None of you guys could even compete based upon a WWE level because you don't know how to be a superstar. And he could just use that excuse on every single person he faces.
Maybe a really good match for yourself.
What's up?
Omega and him.
Well, that's the thing. We don't even know if Omega's even going to be capable of wrestling even a full-time schedule, let alone wrestling at all.
Right.
Yeah, I miss him.
I mean, Joe, what is the status with Omega? I mean, again, he's only done maybe a handful, maybe 1 or 2 interviews.
So, from what I can tell, and this is based on just kind of watching what's going on, I've seen Omega on 2 different doctors' channels in the last 2 months, I think it was. A while back, he was on that guy who hammers the fuck out of you. Then that
was the oh my god, what do you call it? Where you get your back cracked?
Yeah, the guy smashes you with the hammers and the wedges and everything.
Yeah. But that was right before the pay-per-view when he dropped the belt.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, he was on another one recently. He was on one about a month and a half ago, and he said he was suffering from the worst bit of vertigo he ever has, and he still wasn't. Fully healed up from his whatever, but he's almost ready to go. So in my opinion, I think, based on what I'm seeing, that his injury, whatever it was that he had operated on or whatever, I forget now what it was, that is probably finally good to go. So he's probably been good to go on that. That's what it seems like. But he's still having the severe cases of vertigo. And on top of that, they're ramping up some of the most important press stuff and testing for their video game, for his video game stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
So right.
Yeah,
So
that's
like with the whole fact that he's probably only been ready to go in the ring besides vertigo, so he's not ready to go. But that part of it, he's got, 15 days ago, maybe he could have gone back in the ring physically, but because he's got vertigo, he's and the video game. So what I chalk it up to is that he's in no rush. He's just not in a rush because there's all this shit going on.
Well, I mean, again, I understand the idea of keeping his name out there through Don Callis, but remember, that was back, the February-March pay-per-view, whatever it was?
Mm-hmm.
And, man, it's almost as if it's been like a distant memory to a degree. And, again, I want to see Kenny back in the ring just like a lot of other people do. But I think, honestly, this is probably the best time for him to recuperate. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
He literally was on 125 miles an hour since, 2015, 2016. Gosh. And in the main events, constantly doing 5, 6, 7-star matches. And the fact that he was mostly doing all that in Japan and various other places around the world, but more full throttle in Japan. Then comes over to the U.S. for the AEW thing, and I mean, luckily enough, ever since AEW, he's had a lighter schedule, but still, it will come back to haunt you, man. Yeah, and and we'll get into some other, injuries as well. I mean, down the line. I mean, especially for tomorrow night, because we really need to go through all those injuries and how it's been implicating AEW, but also WWE as well. But on another topic. And this is something more or less of a internal thing. And this was a huge story last week, which actually I got heat for by Sean Ross, out of all people. The Rock has more family than he probably thought that he had.
Well, what did Sean Ross say? Because he's a cocksucker.
Okay, so I told my excuse was, this is a huge story because Joe, that in any news source whatsoever, 9 times out of 10, 85 to 90% of the news that's being reported is negative.
Right.
It's a negative response because everybody gravitates towards negativity. And I'm looking at this, and I read the article, which, by the way, huge props to the gentleman. I believe his name is Glenn. He's been in the illustrating and / news business for a long time, reporting on different stuff, especially even in wrestling, which I found out later through him personally. And it was a great written story. And I'm like, why is this not getting more press, even though it would debut literally on the day of when I got it? And this should be getting more traction. And I found out later that he did an interview with Dave Meltzer. He did a couple other interviews. And I even want him to do an interview with you because I think you would definitely get a lot of interesting facts, even outside of the article. So basically, the story goes that one of Rock's siblings, or half-siblings, if you will, was the daughter of Rocky Johnson. And allegedly, Rocky Johnson dismissed a few of his alleged family members, and I didn't even know this, but allegedly my godfather had said to me years ago, oh, didn't Rocky Johnson have a brother or something like that? And I never even knew until it was proven just last week that he did have a brother, which has been common knowledge. But again, I don't go sleuthing or anything. And it was, I believe his name is Rick Johnson.
Damn.
And Rick Johnson and Rocky Johnson I think they did tag team at one point, probably somewhere in Canada or whatever, but they lost touch and then they got back in touch or whatever. And apparently those kids are, again, related to also, again, Rick Johnson. And there's just half brother. So Rocky Johnson really got around during those early days.
Well, that's why they got freaked out. They don't want to deal with the wrath of the Rock.
But that's the thing, though. Rock has already known about his uncle, and also has known about possibly another family member that could be related to him.
Why did Sean Ross Sapp get angry at you?
So I was telling Sean, I'm like, dude, you really need to broaden the story a little bit.
Well, there's your first mistake is talking to him, but okay.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Well, now I know now, but, and again, I don't follow many people just for the sake of following them. If I just a mutual friend of mine, oh, that's cool. But then he was just, shooting on me saying, oh, how dare you, blah, 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 telling me, what I mean? You're saying that this is, we only talk about so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude.
Oh, he's a psycho, bro.
Yeah, and I immediately got that because he kept on trying to justify in his own mind that this story is probably not as big, or because I basically told him in one tweet, I'm like, dude, the only time that you feel like a story is big enough you want to talk about it is when it's negative. So why can't we talk about something positive? Because in this sense, this is an inspirational story, especially God forbid if you were in the same situation where you're trying to find your family and God only knows that you've been rejected.
Yeah.
And this is an inspiring story, and I can absolutely 100% believe that their DNA tests that were basically read about in the article.
I'm telling you,
absolutely
he didn't
solid.
he thinks this is a negative thing because someone, whatever, this cheated on someone, and even though people know, so he doesn't want anything to do with his name near that, like to get the heat from whatever. That's all it is. That's what it is. Or maybe you slighted his reporting or something, because then he's crazy. He's crazier than fucking Catman. I'm dead serious. No, like people that take themselves too seriously, I never get along with them, because I'm always like, when someone takes themselves insanely seriously and they're bad to people, I treat them like shit. I don't know what that's why I'm blocked by Cyclops, and I call him Cyclops, because I think he's a bad person, and I don't think many people are bad people, but I think he is. And like JD, he's a little bit selfish and narcissistic and all about himself and everything. But that's not the biggest deal. That's that's all right, whatever. But Sean Ross, that guy's a psycho. I will tell you right now. There's not a lot of people I'll sit here and say there's something wrong with someone, something wrong with that guy. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, for the record, that again, I just looked at the story by going this is a big story. Why isn't anybody really focusing on that? And it's a big story in a sense, because everybody's like, well, this is a personal matter, and it shouldn't be any of our business. Well, first and foremost, this was already consented by the relatives of The Rock.
See, that's what I'm telling you. They probably paid them not to talk about it.
Well, again, the sister, I believe her name is Laura, if I'm not mistaken. She said in the article that it wasn't that she didn't want to reach out to Dwayne or didn't want to reach out to, she just felt that after being rejected by Rocky Johnson, that what do you think that if Rock wouldn't do the same thing? I don't, and personally on my personal behalf, again, I've never met Dwayne in my life. I would love to one day, but I don't think he would be like his father in that sense. Rock is and Rocky's even talked about his relationship with his father and how, again, the story goes that he and his mom, Atta Johnson, were driving one day and they got into an argument and literally got Atta to get out of the car and made her walk all the way back home on the highway. Wow. That's legit. So there was a love, I don't want to say hate, but definitely a distaste for his father in some way. But again, that's none of my business. But again, it's been reported.
He definitely is a more, his dad was more of I don't want to say manly, because The Rock is manly, but the dad was more of
he was old school.
Old school, and a hard ass, more selfish. Rock definitely has more of a big heart and a softer. It's weird. The Rock is definitely a manly guy, is a great guy. You want him in a fight if something going on, but he has that his mother. He has that soft.
I was just going to say that.
He's got a very soft side, a very empathetic, soft side. The Rock has. It's very lovable, I guess.
Well, the story goes one day when Rock was training with his dad. There was, I think, Rock had said something smart to his dad or whatever when he was training, and Rocky Johnson said, if you want sympathy, go get it from your mother. He's like, that's exactly where I'm going. He walked out of the gym, walked all the way back home, but. I think, honestly, though, that this story should be a little bit more looked upon as a result of, hey, somebody might want to be inspired to, go look up their family history or go look at, and even if it's, God only knows if it's rejection or this and that, it's at least still worth it. Again, Ric Flair, a lot of people don't know, he was adopted.
Maybe the stories just don't do well, and he's like, I'm not fucking talking about that.
Well, no, Rick has even stated in several interviews he does not want to know who his birth family is. He does not want to. And that's the choice of every individual who's been in that position.
Yeah, I did it. But I wish I, part of me, I didn't want to know really, but I found out, and it doesn't matter. All it does is take away sometimes for, your birth parent or your adopted parent.
You're right. But at any rate, other news out there. Again, coming off of Money in the Bank, there is a lot of mixed reactions, especially since, like, coming off of the AEW pay-per-view, as well as the Blood and Guts of last week, which, again, in my opinion, the AEW shows definitely above and beyond. I mean, again, we had some really good moments at Money in the Bank, but I still give a little more leeway to AEW, and no, that's not being a bias. It's just me being a fan. And again, love Liv Morgan's victory. I'm just still surprised, even to this as I'm talking to you about it, that she won with a roll up easily.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was a little weird.
I like the idea that, we have some pretty interesting. I mean, again, she's a Jersey girl. I mean, I know you hate Jersey Joe, but it's no secret. But
I don't really hate Jersey. I don't like New York, really.
Well, again, I'm not New York, so I'm Jersey.
Exactly. So you're fine. See?
But at any rate, no. But I think going forward, we talk about the tag team of Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa. I think something good is definitely going to be festering in the next couple weeks, especially knowing Tony and how he always is coming up with new concepts and ideas that sometimes work, sometimes they don't. But I think this is really going to work.
Right.
And the women's division, I mean, again, unfortunately in WWE is a few miles ahead of AEW in terms of a focus. And I think that if there is more of this hunger for, going after that championship or going after the championships, that it's going to create some type of, like, again, must-see TV. But again, you have to have that program that's going to make me want to say, okay, this match overshadows all the men's matches. Yeah. Which, unfortunately, has not done that since literally Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa at that St. Paddy's Day. Which, by the way, I regret not seeing that match because I had to go out to get something to eat and then came back and I rewatched the match. So I didn't watch it live. And I just kept on hearing, oh, my God, this is one of the greatest matches ever. Yes, there was blood. Yes, there was thumbtacks, but that wasn't necessarily what it was about. It was about two women just beating the crap out of each other just for the sake of, I'm better than you.
Yeah, it was a great match. It was a great time.
And I still want that back. I mean, like, Joe, what do you think, man? I mean, is AEW's women's division capable at this point to overshadow WWE's women's division? Because at one time,
not right now.
TNA's Knockouts division overshadowed WWE's women's division because at the time it was just full of divas and that whole concept of what a women's wrestler was at the time.
I don't know why AEW just can't book their women's division right. I don't know what's going on or what the hell they're doing, but this should be better. Like, looking at the roster, we do a lot of this with WWE. Oh, they get one of the best rosters of all time if they get whatever. It's like, no, they don't. But AEW really does have has now a fairly solid base. And it's like they can't seem to get it together. Now, here's a win tonight. This was good. The tag team of these two, but the women's division is still all over the place. It's never really gotten off. You got Jade, you got Thunder Rosa, and everybody else is. And Toni Storm's coming up now, but it's always been quite a bit of a mess, And it remains that way, a bit of a mess. And so they need to fix it. It's not that great. It's not that good at all. It's bad. Or it's not bad, but it's rocky. It's not even – it's not solid. It should be solid. Here's the thing. It should be at least solid. But it would be really good to say AEW is the best women's division in all of wrestling. But instead, it's not even solid yet. It has names. But look at – and by the way, Ruby Soho tonight with her arm into that car, did she just walk into the door? Yeah. What the hell was that?
It's funny you mentioned that, Joe, because I was thinking about this.
Funny. She just walked into it.
We have a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. We have a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view where not every match, but there's a few matches for the titles normally where you got the men's and the women's, and the women's would have their Hell in a Cell matches, and some of them were innovative, some of them were cool, but they all paled in comparison when I saw Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker in the cage. Now, was it the greatest cage match that I ever saw? No. But in comparison with those Hell in a Cell matches, I mean, again, I love the Sasha Charlotte Hell in a Cell, I believe it was. But I think for me, the cage match that Britt and Thunder Rosa had felt more significant.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers.
I'm no meth head.
I'll be honest. I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Sorry for the non-AEW comment, but Joe, tomorrow I'm having former Red Sox Jonathan Papelbon on the show tomorrow at 10 a.m. Get your ass there.
Oh my God, 10 a.m. I'm gonna be sleeping. No,
Yeah,
holy
that's pretty
shit,
cool.
Papelbon, bro.
Yeah,
Do I get to
I
talk
know
to him? I love Papelbon. That's fucking
Oh.
crazy. Robbie Hyde, congrats, man. That's gonna be fun as fuck. Are you serious?
Dude,
Is that a brand of
I'm gonna try to watch
applesauce?
that.
Oh no, man. He was a closer for the Red Sox from like
Yeah.
oh
Papelbon was
06, right? 06, 7, 8, 9, 10 maybe.
yeah around there. Yeah, he was one of the best.
Papelbon was crazy.
Me was.
I loved him,
Yeah.
man.
I'm playing, guys. I was just saying.
I would love to be there for that.
Try to watch that.
I wish I could be there for that. I will. I will definitely watch it. But I hope if you can find a way to get me on that show, I'll blow Papelbon all day long, Robbie Hyde. Thank you, Robbie. That'll be cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the 40 drinking, Texas riding, Gar Guts.
Oh, Gar Guts is here.
What's up, buddy?
Yo, what's up? You want to get wet? Hey, you want to hear what Tommy NC thinks of the 4th of July is? Listen to this.
Say happy 4th of July to everybody. This is a day that the thank for our freedoms, and why we celebrate the 4th of July is to thank the men and women that fight and that don't make it home, that have died for our freedoms, and you know, they didn't die in vain.
He just makes stuff up.
Joe, you know what you need to do? Put that horn,
the
like,
music,
you know, that sort of kind of sombering horn in the background, like
yeah.
Put that in the background.
I was gonna put the 4th of July music, like
no. Do the horn because it'll be more dramatic.
The taps. Oh my God!
Tell me he has a green screen behind him when he's doing this.
You know what? I don't know. Actually, I do know because I had the video a minute ago. But let me see.
If he did, all you got to do is put the Independence Day fucking speech over it.
There's Papelbon right now. Papelbon with the wind up. It's the 3-2. He strikes him up high. Stewart's out. The first strikeout for Jonathan Papelbon. And Boston Red Sox fans are in the stand masturbating. Oh my God. Everyone's masturbating. Oh my God. I've seen 17 dicks. Sorry.
Velveteen cream.
Oh yeah.
Papelbon and Veritek is now pulling out his winky. What is going on?
Did you just say winky?
Yes.
Bro, I haven't heard.
I don't believe this, but he took his catcher's mitt out. This is incredible stuff. I haven't seen anything like this since that time Louis Tion took out his crotch. Again, here's the replay of the strikeout. Papelbon winds up. A slow delivery up high, and Stewart can't match it. Now, but I can't wait. Robbie Hyde. It's going to be fun tomorrow.
Apple pie.
Papelbon pie.
In a apple pie strap match.
Hell yeah, baby.
Let's have an American Pie sex match.
Well, I'm down.
What are the stipulations?
You know the American Pie girl, the one that Nadia that got naked all the time? She she lives in Africa and protects like wild animals now or something.
What?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What is her defense?
A wild animal.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus.
No, she has like a big company charity thing where they try to stop the poachers and all that stuff out there.
Just imagine her being like, I don't know, in that same sort of kind of, ring attire, and then she just has a rifle in her hands going, where you think you going?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's very dangerous out there because there's there's rich African families and royal families that want to kill her. Because,
especially in the Congo
right.
or Zimbabwe.
So can you imagine her? She gets saved because someone recognizes her. They're like, she's like, you will not kill these lions. And then these guys,
American Pie.
These guys with guns are about to shoot her. Then they're like, wait a minute, I know you, Jim. You're coming. And they're boo boo is, and they start then they start loving. Then they rape her. Then they rape her and leave her there.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's how you do it. Leave no fucking
do the
evidence
accent
behind.
Do the accent and take your tits out and we won't kill you. Jim, where am I? I'm in Africa, Jim.
Dream around in Africa.
Oh.
She starts choking on dick. Hell yeah. There it is.
Well, they were that.
Fish chokes on dick.
Oh yeah, best fucking goddamn character in the world.
And this is why I've stopped reading National Geographic years ago because of this.
Huh.
Good call.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Well, I've seen them pierce their ears, nipples, faces, noses, and like everywhere.
Yeah, that's where I feel like the earring, like, you know, where they just had like the big holes in their ears by the playing those big plates. That's where I think that those cosmetics have come from that have influenced the Western Hemisphere like crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, another piece of black culture people take away. It's okay.
That's right.
You remember that movie North where he fucking goes to like he's trying to find his. You remember he was trying to go to like find another family. And he goes to like this African tribe, and all he sees is a bunch of titties, and she was just staring at him.
That movie was so bad.
I think Beavis and Butthead did
Willis,
that.
right?
What's up?
That was the one where Bruce Willis was in that, right?
Yes, Bruce Willis was in that. Yeah,
I like
and
that.
Elijah and what's his name? Fucking what's his name from Ring of whatever?
Ring of
Fucking-
Fire?
Lord of the Rings. Yeah,
Lord of the Rings. Yeah,
he was
I never watched
Frodo.
that shit. Yeah, I don't fucking watch that shit. But yeah, it was that guy.
You don't
And
watch
I
The Lord of the Rings, you piece of shit.
I tried. I fell asleep during the second one.
Me too. I've
Dude, the
never
sec-
made it. Never made it first. The first one. I fall asleep 8 times. Leah doesn't believe me.
I've tried, and it's dude. The movie was so boring. The fucking trees got up and walked away.
Dude,
that's how.
oh my god. Listen,
It's all right,
I love boring stuff. I love Star Trek. I love
Star Trek.
I love all kinds of stuff that seems boring. So every time I watch The Lord of the Rings though, I don't know why, but you're right. I fall asleep. I can't get through it. But I like Harry Potter though. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. What the hell's wrong? But and Leah's like, "There's something wrong with you." I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know why." I should like
I
it.
couldn't even make it through Harry Potter too.
No, see, I can make it through Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You know, but I get it though. It's like what was
The
it?
last. Ooh.
You don't understand, Frodo. We must make it to the top of the mountain before the cordialation begins of the 3rd day of the 4th parasite.
His eyes are inside all of us.
If I don't make it to the mountain in time, then all of the Shire will burn.
You'll never make it to this mountain. You're nothing but a goblin.
I was always a goblin, and I will die a goblin.
No matter how far you have to go, no matter the magic you must use,
You must cross the most dangerous arc in our universe.
this summer, Lord of the Galaxy.
I don't know. It's just all just
Gays.
it's all just gibberish to me. I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Gaylord of the Galaxy.
Gaylord buttfucker.
You went back into your brother Cronin days, if you can remember that far back.
Gollum.
Oh, man.
Gollum. Nyla Rose is the man-woman beast. They.
You can call me that.
Oh my God.
By the
Dude,
way,
Nyla-
shout out to
Sorry.
my boy Freddie in the chat.
Dude, Nyla and fucking Abaddon should like literally have a fucking team together. Just call it the Gaylord Fockers.
I have red hair.
The Gaylord.
I'm the reason people are scared of white people.
Yeah.
White people are scared of white people.
I'm the reason white people are scared of white people.
Wouldn't you?
I'd be all.
Even white people. Even white people are scared of white people at this point.
Oh yeah. Now we finally did it. We finally got to the point. Oh man, I heard who the fuck did I hear this? Oh my god, I heard a great joke by a comedian. Yeah, oh, I got to give him credit. Who was it? He goes, how about, you got to be careful, white people out there. Now you can't just wear a red hat, you know? You wear a red hat, you don't know what the fuck. He's like, for years, black guys had the hoodie. Now finally white people got something, the fucking red hat. You don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. I thought that was hilarious.
Well, it's funny because if you remember from the Forrest Gump movie, right? both Forrest Gump and his son are wearing red hats. So I'm thinking to myself, oh wow, they prophesied this.
Yeah, Jen, hey, I'm gonna vote for him. He might fucking win. He might be president again. I'm back, everyone.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! AJ Adams, did you know Trump is coming back? He's gonna win, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's better than this retarded idiot we got now.
See, I knew it.
They stole the DNC from Bernie Sanders in 2016. Then they said Trump couldn't win. But Trump did the impossible.
I'm back, everyone.
They said he couldn't win. He did.
I think they're going to kill him. If it seems like he's going to win, they'll kill him.
Holy God.
I mean, no, because, listen, they tried to, they said he couldn't win. Then he did. Then they tried to impeach him right away. That didn't work.
Twice.
Twice. And then they said the Russiagate thing, and that was a lie, right? And so then they did the January 6th thing, which, by the way, I believe that he did some of that. Like, he wanted to have this big rally at the thing, and I think then they let it happen so that it would look even worse to get it. You know,
Yeah, that was
so
planned.
so dude, I think it was planned on both sides, but Trump didn't realize how dumb he would look. So, So in my opinion, what's left if he becomes president again? So they'll try to kill him. That'll be the next thing.
God.
Serious? Or they
even if you were to be jailed, you still have Don Jr., his wife. You also have Ted Cruz. You have that chick from Georgia. This is another reason why I don't want to remember her name.
Well, no, I think DeSantis would win over everybody.
Yeah, but ultimately you have a few people that you can coordinate a good, if you want to go like straight Republican race, that's pretty much all you're going to have. Not to say that Don Jr. would necessarily even be a candidate, but people would look to him kind of like how people look towards Robert Kennedy
yes.
JFK got shot.
Great point. I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, I mean, because regardless, even if you don't like the Trump's kids, which they're a little fucking obnoxious and whatever, but they're better than than Hunter Biden.
Yeah, but they saw his Biden's kids.
I know, right? I don't even know why we're talking about that.
Guess what?
What's that, AJ Adams?
Biden's kids.
Texas alive. I heard him today.
Really?
He's not dead. Yeah, he's not dead.
Okay.
No, he should be.
That's good. Oh my God, Garguts!
Hey, Garguts, he had a message.
Oh man,
Garguts, he had a message with you, Garguts. He said he did shoot it back in the back. Anyway.
Shout out to my boy Tex. I miss him.
Yeah, shout out to him. He's a stand-up guy.
Yo, guys, you think Rock will ever run president?
I wish he would, because I'd vote for him.
If Rock did run for president, I can only imagine he would run as an independent. And would he win most likely by a popular vote? Yes, but in terms of what his actual beliefs are and how people would be influenced to vote for him, that's going to be the tricky part.
Imagine, though, if he could campaign in a way that, like... I hear myself. That was weird. Imagine if...
that was weird.
I think it's possible for The Rock to literally... Imagine if he won everything. Like, he was that good. He was an independent, but he won... Like, I don't even know like how that could be happening, but that's
the other thing though too. In my opinion, at this point, all due respect to anybody who's ever taken office at this point in time, like, dude, you need to have some political experience because, again, even if you are not a politician and you're a business person, have some political experience because at least that gives you some credibility, at least on the bottom of the toll pole, saying, okay, at least he understands politics.
Well, Trump didn't have to do it.
Yeah, because I don't trust anybody who's not been a politician who's running for public office in terms of even on the local level.
Yeah, well, see, I'm the opposite. I trust them more. I trust them more if they haven't run, like if they haven't, because like that means they're clean.
You're right about that.
But like Trump, he was clean. He never held anything. Well, I don't mean he was clean. I don't mean he was clean, but I mean he was.
His dick ain't clean, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things aren't clean with him, but the bottom line is that he was.
If he were to go to jail, apparently something will get cleaned, and it won't be.
Smack on the pussy, Joe. Smack on the pussy.
He's got too much money for that. And besides,
dude, you know what's gonna happen? Even if you were to be in jail, you know how like a lot of people say that they're going to jail, but they're going to like some type of like retirement place and they're gonna live comfortably. That's probably what's gonna happen.
It's like Jordan Belfort, man, after the Wolf of Wall Street guy. Like when he went to jail, like he didn't go to fucking jail, really. He went to like a holding cell.
White
Yeah,
collar
that's what I'm
Joe.
saying.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. So
And
that's
then he got out and he's still fucking scamming people.
Hey, I heard something got bombed in Georgia today. Did
I
y'all hear about
guarantee
that?
you that smell is gonna be so
Yeah,
and so
something got
with if
got
I give
some
you $1.
monuments.
I would love to I'd love to lock the worst white women in this country in a room with angry Somalians. Wouldn't that be great?
Like, are they feral?
Filipinos? Yeah,
Yeah, a
That's
couple
even
of
worse.
Angry
Some
feral Somalians. Yes.
Some
Be
hungry
great.
tree
No,
midgets.
not Somalians. How about some Samoans?
No, the Samoans
Yes.
are nice. You know, they're too nice. They might rape
Yeah,
them.
I know, but one thing will tick them off. You know what I mean? They'll go off like a time bomb.
Everyone looks like Hillary Clinton to Somalian males, though, so you're gonna get hurt.
That's some Kentucky hillbillies. That's even worse.
Oh yeah,
Kentucky hillbillies.
some big fat white ladies and then put it live on the dark web. That'd
Some
be fun.
mountain goat. Hey, some mountain goat fuckers.
Hey, let's put some malnutritioned lesbians in a holding cell with Somalians. I'm sure that will go well.
Are those the women from Appalachia?
Oh yeah. Those monuments in Georgia. That's where they got bombed or something like that today.
Oh, God.
Ew.
Next.
Oh man.
At any rate, so I think overall tonight with AEW, I mean, again, for me personally, because I didn't see all of it, for what I did see, it was an average show at best. It wasn't anything significant, so I'm kind of like thumbs in the middle on it.
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, I'm dead right with you. I'm like 5
yeah.
out of 10. One of the
I didn't
worst.
see anything special.
It is one of the worst
This is
ratings
worse
I've given.
The other thing
This
that
is
was
the worst
good
one.
was the Thunder Rosa Storm,
See?
Tony Storm thing.
That's what we all
That's
said.
it.
That's crazy.
That's it.
And the TNT championship match.
Yeah, you're right.
Shit.
At the very beginning, you're right, and that's the
Yeah.
problem. Is it kind of flew by, and then it was like I was awesome, and then nothing else happened.
Oh yeah, the guide stones. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, the Dick Stones. Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Oh,
about
Georgia
6.5.
Stones. Yeah, they blew
Oh,
up
did you?
yesterday. That was
Hey,
crazy.
You might have heard this, but did you hear this clip? Because I found this clip to be hilarious. Listen to this.
Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm, and well, that's how you combat a thunderstorm is with umbrellas, Jim Ross. You know that. Oh yeah, I'm from Tornado Alley. I know all about that stuff. I know you do. That's why I fed you that there. See that? But anyway, yeah, this is going to be physical. Definitely 4 extreme.
That that cracked me
That's
up, bro.
confusing.
It's kind of sad though. You know what I mean? Jim.
It is.
He's up
You
there,
don't know
and,
what
and
age
again,
he
he's
is.
literally in Gordon Soley territory, and again, that's his hero. And Gordon was already up there in age. He basically, for those.
No, I'm sorry. That's just looks like someone subbed Dinger.
Oh, he's in Biden range. That's what he's in.
No. Gordon Soley honestly was JR's hero, as many other people in the industry. But even Gordon Soley was honestly like Howard Cosell, if that
Right,
makes any sense. At this
exactly.
point, JR is at that range. And again, I wish he was like what he was a number of years ago, but he's in a different time and place. And yeah, it is what it is.
He's in a lost place. But
He
and
likes
they've
kids?
well,
That's
he's
not good.
dealing with the cancer stuff still, and so they bring him out only for the hour, for the end. So
And he's still smoking cigarettes.
is he really? Are you really?
Yeah, dude. If for those that don't watch him when he's with Conrad each week, this guy is smoking.
Let the man
Oh, yeah.
smoke.
He's not smoking herbs.
Let
he's
the
smoking
man
cigarettes.
smoke. It's all right. Smoke it up.
Smoking semen.
Hey, you gonna do
You know,
it?
did you hear that? Did you hear Dark Elevation? Fucking Mark Henry fucking says it's like a bunch of people are shooting guns and they're just bouncing off of. Yeah, he said that, and he kind of like stops, and you could tell that they were like, "Hey, bro, chill out with the gun shit." Commentary.
Wait. Was this recently?
This was Monday. This was on Monday, and this is when Jay Lethal is teaming up with that fucking 7 foot, 9 foot
dude,
dude.
you gotta send that clip. You gotta send Joe that clip.
I wish
It's
I
literally
could
like
find that.
fucking. It's literally like fucking 5 minutes into
You
it.
talking about the camel fucker? What are you talking about?
So they do the hot tag, and then the guys are like just trying to fucking hit him, and he goes, "It's like people
Okay,
are shooting
let's hear it,
guns,"
let's
and I'm
hear
like,
it.
"Wow, wasn't there a fucking shooting today too?"
Well, he's even more messed up than me.
Escaping between the legs of Moriarty and lands the drop kick.
in your favor. In this case, rare case, not that Lee's a small guy because he's not, but he's
It's weird when they get the hot tag.
amount bigger than his opponent who just dropped with a boot.
Now Moriarty knows that joint you
Wait
inverted.
for that hot tag when he comes
placing
in.
The
Towards the end of the
the
match.
leg around the arm, even on the pace.
Didn't work. I like what he did.
Available through
Oh wait, this is a singles match.
Oh, it's not. It's not. It's a singles match.
Oh, I see the tag match.
Actually,
you're
just
talking
the
about.
third stuff.
I see what you're talking about.
Lariat attempt and a shoulder block to both opponents. 2 for the price of 1. Big Boulder. He is the size.
This guy, the big guy in the match.
Yeah, right when he gets in there, that's when fucking Mark Henry says it.
The big Mexican won't go
That's
down.
rewind.
Help Bear Bronson if the baby bear Bambino has a distraction, but it doesn't matter. Boulder's in there.
Well, Boulder now taking
You
great
can fast
analytics.
forward like way more. That's way more after that.
Oh, it's after this. Okay.
You must hurry.
It's like
My clothes are
it's
getting
like
kinda
just
stuck.
it's close to the last few moves of the match. That's all it is.
This subtitle this episode on YouTube.
I don't even know how that was wild how he did that, Boulder. Damn, that was impressive.
Let's see.
Taz, you know what they got a subtitle this episode on YouTube?
What?
Build a Bear Workshop.
What?
You're so tired. The big Mexican won't go down.
Yeah. Why don't you say the N word again, Excalibur?
Oh no, this is gonna be bad. Bear Bronson.
Bad Bronson Boulder beatings.
Big time
Trying
senton.
to find the.
I didn't hear it. Maybe
Okay, I'm right here. It's if you're on the same one that I'm on,
Yeah.
it's like literally like
Dog gets cocaine talking to him again.
But it was
God damn.
perfectly done.
Okay.
Excellent, smart teamwork there.
Give me the timestamp.
wait, where the fuck is
Yeah,
it?
like literally.
Okay, it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
What's
Where?
the timestamp?
It's timestamp.
I tell you where.
I'm looking for it.
Can you count?
Looking for it's right here. 1328.
All right, there we go.
1330.
13:30. All right, here we go.
Yeah. No, it could just be.
Here it is.
Watch out! Oh, it could also, you know, what do you call in Mexico with the luchadors, the little guys?
Is he not in the ring yet at 1336?
Maybe I'm on the wrong. Is it?
I think you are.
What episode is
You
it?
are.
What episode?
I'm sending it to you right now.
Okay.
Thank God.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think you are on the wrong.
Knowing about these
It's
guys doesn't have a
episode
job.
70. That's what it was. July 4th special.
Oh,
That's what it was.
Yeah, I was on the wrong thing.
1336. He says it right here.
Oh God.
An AEW.
I'm retarded.
The big Mexican won't go down. He won't go down. God damn it.
Challenge laid down
Take
recently
Shoot him.
Right here.
this past week. And now we're going to get the big guy in.
There's Mark
Look
Henry.
at this.
It looks like people are shooting guns.
Wow. What the hell does this have to
Play that
do
again.
with
Play that
anything?
again.
What the
Black ass needs his ass whooped.
Oh my god, bro.
Play that again.
Looks like people are shooting guns. All right, relax. We get it. You're black. Stop it. Oh, no.
Shut your damn mouth.
Oh my god, man. What the hell?
It looks like people are shooting guns.
What's wrong with him?
2015, Saddam Singh was drafted.
What the hell was he talking about? It looks like
That's what I said. I was like, what is he saying?
I just some of the guys bouncing off of him or something.
Hey Joe, after when he says guns, just be like wings.
I mean, like, I'm trying to figure out like what he sees that makes him say that. Like, I'm like, what? Looking. Let me. I mean, like, what the fuck is he saying this for? Why are you saying this? Let's see what this is.
He's on crack.
Oh my god.
Look at this.
It looks like people are shooting guns.
What? What does that have to do with anything? It looks like you know what? It looks like people are shooting guns. Oh, all right, Mark. I know
And
you.
by the way,
like, Mark thinks he's in Chicago right now. Everybody, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, he thinks he's in Detroit in 1985. That's where he thinks he's at.
Oh my god. That was like the week before that, so he's apparently prophetic.
What the fuck was he doing?
1985 Detroit. Crack coke.
Man, I'm having.
Whores just all over the place.
I don't know why I said that. Everybody, I apologize. I was having flashbacks to being a kid again.
I don't apologize.
Can we
I'll
get
say
that
it.
clip? Well, no, that's what Mark Henry would say. Let me get that clip real quick. Hold on a second. Let's see. Shoot guns.
Guy in. Look at this.
It looks like people are shooting guns and they're just bouncing off.
2015.
Oh, now I get it. It looks like they're shooting bullets at him and they're just bouncing off.
Yeah,
That's what he meant. I finally understand. Yes.
So let me put it in some other
Look what
language.
I did.
Like
Look at
Mexicans
this.
dancing off the border.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh man. We got a lot of
You go down to Mexico and you see him bounce off the border wrong. Oh, God damn it.
This side's not cut. My shirt's cut. It looks like people are bouncing guns and they're just bouncing off.
It looks
It looks like people are shooting guns.
Oh, God damn it, Mark Henry.
shirt?
I caught it walking out of the room and it just ripped. I don't know.
Oh, I fucking hate that when it's one of. I hate it when it's like one of your favorite shirts. I was just saying, I hate it when it's one of your favorite shirts or whatever.
At this, it looks like people are shooting guns.
Now, can we get like an EDM beat to be like a donation on this, and then
It looks like people are shooting guns.
Oh
What
man.
the fuck? Where did he get that shit from? What's wrong with his ass?
I get it. I get it now. I was actually very concerned a few minutes ago. I was like, "Oh my god, man, what's wrong with him?" But now I get it. So like, it's
But
whatever.
he doesn't say that like they're. He says like they're bouncing off of him. He doesn't say like bullets are bouncing off of him.
Yeah, he said the
It's-
wrong thing. Instead of saying bullets, it looks like bullets are bouncing off of him. You know, they're just bouncing right off.
It's like they're
looks like
shooting guns.
Yeah, it's like what? It's like so you should have said it looks like it looks like they're shooting bullets at him and they're just bouncing off. That's what he should have said. Even that's questionable for nowadays type of terminology you want to say, but like that makes more sense. He just I don't know, man. He was like retarded. He went retarded for a minute.
Thank God this was on YouTube only.
Man,
Well,
yeah. Well, this is a great part of YouTube.
he's been retarded his whole life.
Oh, there it is.
Looks like people shooting guns.
There it
It's
is.
the new Bone Thugs and Harmony.
It looks like people are shooting guns.
Guns. It looks like people are shooting guns.
It looks like people are shooting guns.
Guns in the backyard, guns in the front yard, guards in the street, guns in the street, guns in the car, guns real far, bullets gonna fly like darts. What is going on? I'm getting shot in the dark. People shooting guns.
It looks like people are shooting guns.
It looks like people are shooting guns.
It looks like people are shooting guns.
My baby died cause it got shot by a gun.
It looks like people are shooting guns.
Babies and children cry. Babies and mothers and fathers die. Cause people shooting guns.
It looks like people are shooting guns.
Shooting
People are
guns.
shooting guns. People are shooting guns. People are shooting guns.
Especially all the crackheads in the alley. A crackhead shoot a gun just for fun. A gangbang will shoot a gun.
It looks like people are shooting guns.
All night long.
It's coming, you know. It will be a great when it comes out. It will be a great song. Bone Thugs and Harmony. People shooting guns.
Now the remix now is going to be a heavy metal version.
Oh yeah.
Right.
He probably been thinking about that guy that got shot 60 times the other day. That's probably what he was thinking about.
60 times.
Thunder Rosa
you
does.
see that?
Yeah,
The
Thunder
blood
Rosa
dude got
does.
shot 60 times.
69 times.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, the cop shot his
Magic
ass
number.
up. Just like you do at the border, and see people come over the fence.
People shooting
Get 'em!
guns. Get
Have
her.
you seen that? Have you seen that new Dark Side of the '90s?
Yeah, I've seen
show?
a lot of those episodes.
I would love to see that.
Dude,
I haven't seen it.
The cops one was amazing. Dude, that was crazy.
The Faces of Death.
Cops, and then they did one on UFC, and that's the only ones that I've seen. Those two. Those are
My
great.
favorite one, I have two. One was Napster. The other one, I believe, was Tupac and Biggie, I believe.
Ooh,
What's the name of it again?
Dark Side of the '90s.
I want to say happy 4th of July to everybody.
Sorry. Shut up, Tommy.
Look at this.
2 days ago, you fat fuck. But anyway.
Did you hear what he said about it, AJ Adams? He doesn't know what the 4th of July is, bro.
It's the day his ancestors did something. But anyway.
Storm and that's how you combat it.
Yeah.
They raped somebody. But anyway.
He thinks it's Memorial Day.
No, he's taking his day. He's supposed to eat everything, including his
I just
mother.
want to honor our men and women. It looks like they're shooting guns.
You got to just have to
When he's talking, my granddaddy used to shoot guns in the Civil War.
Dark Side of Uranus. That'll be a good one, too.
do
It's
this
the
one,
gun down slaves.
it looks like they're
a-
shooting guns, and then do the "I'm going crazy, man."
Look at the shooting gun. Look at the shooting gun.
You know what? That's how we're going to end the show, with the alien skit. So I'm going to do. Mustafa, do you have any closing thoughts about AEW tonight before we get out of here?
It was
passable.
It was passable. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna give it a pass tonight. I'm gonna give it a bad kind of 5 out of 10, man. I'm gonna.
Yeah. It's
after Blood and
again,
Guts,
middle of the road. Take it or
they
leave
had
it.
to. I feel like after Blood and Guts, they had to fucking take it down a few notches.
Yeah.
So
True
we're
that.
gonna fucking see this build up, and then
Yeah, I don't think this is going to exceed like maybe no more than like maybe 850,000 views, maybe 900,000 if lucky.
Hey, Mustafa, I got
What's Gucci?
Hey, you see what they're talking about WWE and AEW doing something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just conversation of the mind. And all due respect, Vince at this point sees AEW as competition. There's just no way. And even if it's just again NXT versus AEW at this point, there's no reason why WWE should help any AEW talent or show.
Yeah, here
because
let's put an extra 1 million to 2 million eyes on your product. Like that's stupid.
Yeah, like why would we do that? And then all of a sudden now you're in competition with us even further. Like it's just
business.
Yeah.
And the fact that you fired people over it, or you let people go of their positions, and many of them went to AEW or went elsewhere. Why would you do that to yourself?
Right.
Vince is too smart for that.
Exactly. It's like, and they bash you too. It's like they're trying to put you. They're trying to fuck with you.
That'd be the
I
weird.
feel like they should though. Like they should.
AEW should be doing
say,
some
"Fuck it."
MLW. That's what they should be doing with.
Right.
MLW is not a thing with WWE anymore. As a matter of fact, I think they're still in court.
Yeah.
Or things have settled down. I don't know.
Yep.
Let me put it this way: they try to do an invasion in 90, whatever, 6, 7, 98. Let's. What if they really do one this time? Yeah, when they fucking went to WCW.
No, but they already did one.
2000.
They already did one.
2001.
Oh yeah, but the ECW was under their belt. Don't even worry about that. That was
no. When BTE did that whole mockery of the invasion angle, and they went to a WWE Raw live show, and this is like early on in the day. One of the guys that was friends with them that worked in WWE.
Yeah. It was what's his name? Joey. No.
Yeah. Well, he was a writer, and then he got kicked out. He got fired. And Triple H, actually, this is from one of the people that are now in AEW right now. I can't remember who it was. Basically said, actually, no, it might have been Goldust. Might have been who's now Justin Reynolds. Basically said, if anybody freaking runs out there, you are fired. Get your ass in here. And Triple H was like furious, but come on, you did the same thing over 20 years ago, so you really shouldn't be that mad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the reason why there's a forbidden door is because of them.
Well,
Well, I mean, we could argue about Forbidden Door in terms of when it was around, who started it. But I mean, again, you want to talk about Forbidden Door? That goes even eons back with the NWA, you know. But to each his own.
Well,
I thought Forbidden Door was a gay guy's ass. Anyway.
Oh my God, it's a forbidden asshole. All right, boys, I'll see you tomorrow. Here's the.
Hey, buddy.
Here's the. Thank you, man. Thank you for being here.
Give me what I want, Joe. Give me what I want.
I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you. No, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you the alien Scott.
Give us Mark Henry.
Like people are shooting guns.
People are shooting guns.
People shooting cum.
This guy's shooting guns.
What'll it be, stranger? Give me a Jack Daniels, man. Trying to call people. Won't anybody answer their phone, man? Here you go. Here's your Jack Daniels. Why the long face? I had a bad night, man. I got no friends left, man. You got no friends? No. I tried to manipulate everyone, man. I thought I had it all. I had everyone's fucking addresses, man. Jack Daniels is too cold, man. The hell was that? I think I'm transforming again. I think I'm starting to transform. I'm not me. Hey man, you want me to call a 911 or something? No! Alright. I'm gonna get drunk, man. I'm gonna get drunk and I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something to all these people in here, man. Hey everybody, you're all dead! I'm not me. When a rape pro-violence is asshole, man! Die, man! Die, man! I killed everyone, man! A wrestling podcast with attitude.
This is Wardlow from AEW, and you're watching The Joe Cronin Show.
A wrestling podcast with attitude.
Let's just have wings. Shout out to Soundwave 92. He was the top donation of the stream at $29. The turkey donation. Soundwave 92 is the JCS digital champion, man. Soundwave, thank you, sir. Look at Shotzi Blackheart. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, I didn't like his outfit, and I wasn't a big fan of his promo either, the Mr. Gentleman promo type. Allow me to introduce myself. Are you going to fuck the guy?
Come on out, you rapist!
When you play your little fuck games.
I did. I gave it to Debe.